Good afternoon. How are you? Are you good? Are you good? Here, you're tired. Don't lie to me. Your butt hurts. I understand that. Here's what I need you to do. Say to the person on your right, say to the person on your left, my butt hurts and yours does too. I want you to say it right now. Turn to the person right now. My butt hurts. So does yours. You know that's true. We're not going to lie. We're not going to lie. You know that's true. That is all true right there. That's the truth. Here's what I need you to do. Stand up for just a minute. I want everybody to look out that window. Everybody stand, look out that window. All right? Now you're going to do little soft karate chops on the shoulders of the person right in front of you. Little soft karate chops on the person right in front of you. Go ahead and chop them. Chop them. If you're mad at them, hit them hard. Chop them. Chop them. All right. Now turn. That window. That window. Chop, chop, chop. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Outstanding. I want to take you back. I'm going to take you back. Go ahead, have a seat, get your notebooks. Hey, by the way, if you have your phone, how many of your phones have cameras? All of them, right? There's going to be some screenshots you're going to want. Get your phone ready, get your screenshots ready, because I don't want you to miss some stuff. I'm going to talk fast. We're going to cover a lot. I don't want you to miss any of it. There was a time not long ago, a few years, I would speak in front of 20,000 people on a weekend. There was a time not long ago where I had a lucrative book deal, huge advance, luxury home, behind guarded gates, designer clothes, BMW convertible. From the outside, I looked like I had it made. But on the inside, nobody knew what was going on with me. I was battling depression and anxiety. Anybody? I understood the sadness. I couldn't function without prescription pills. Took them to get up, took them to go down. I became addicted. I stole pills. I had friends write prescriptions for me so I could keep pills. I was divorced. I was empty. And in a 6-month period of time, I tried to take my life 3 times. I woke up from the 3rd suicide attempt. Sheriff's office in my bedroom, had broken in, EMTs were there. First thought that went through my mind as they were rousing me to some level of consciousness, it was, I even failed at failing. Couldn't even fail. Couldn't even quit right. My second thought, and this is what changed my life, if I'm still here, God must want me here for a reason. Good news is I found my reason. I found my reason, and you're it. See, after I found the path back, guided by God, after I learned the steps to change my life by changing my thoughts, after I started a 7-figure nonprofit, after I found the love of my life, been with her now, married 15 years, Karen Johnson, stand up, beautiful. Here's why I'm here. Now I guide high-capacity individuals to find themselves again, co-create with God a life that they wake up to every day, grounded, confident, knowing exactly who they are, what they want, and where they're headed. Because when you know who you are, you're absolutely unstoppable. You'll stand up for yourself like you never have. You'll speak up for yourself like you never have. You'll show up with presence and hold space. You'll stop shrinking. You'll stop apologizing. You'll stop selling yourself short just so everybody else feels comfortable around you. I want to tell you, here's my promise to you today. Here's my promise. I know we've been here all day. I know you're tired. But if you will hang with me for the next 27 minutes, if you'll just lean in, here's what you're going to walk away with. Take a look. I'm going to give you a magnetic understanding of who you are and why it's the key to wealth, confidence, and happiness. I'm going to give you a mindset upgrade that aligns you with purpose. And I'm going to give you a full body vision of your future self that you will never forget. Who wants some of that? Let me see your hands. Who wants some of that, right? Have you ever tried to lose weight and you lost it, then you found it again? Who can relate to that? You know what I'm talking about? Who's ever made a little bit of money and then you just slid back to your previous income level? Who's done a little of that? How many of you have ever felt like a yo-yo because you just can't keep at this level? You just keep going back down. Who's yo-yoed in here in any area of your life? Any area, like half of you. How many of you know you're sitting by a liar if they didn't raise their hand? I want you to look. No, don't tell them. Don't call them a liar. Here's why. Because you tried to change what you do without changing your beliefs about you. You cannot outperform the story that you believe about yourself. You can hustle all you want. Hustle all you want. Get up early, take the cold plunge. I don't care what you do. If deep down you believe you are unworthy, you will find a way to sabotage your success over and over again. If you subconsciously believe that money is for other people, you will be pushing wealth away while you're chasing wealth. If you believe sales is sleazy, you'll keep hesitating. You will miss out on the opportunity to serve the people who need you. This is not a behavior problem. This is an identity problem. I'm going to give you an example. After I lost everything, I found myself working at 48 years old at Starbucks, $8.25 an hour plus tips. I had a master's, I had a doctorate, I was once in the top 1% of income earners in my field, and I was coming home hungry every night without the ability to buy food. One night I was so hungry I thought, God, this cannot be my life. Foraged through the refrigerator and the cupboards at my house, this is what I came up with. There's about a half-eaten bag of stale Cheetos and about 2 shots of tequila. And I thought to myself that night, I am not going to climb out of this by working harder. I had 4 part-time jobs. I'd start early in the morning, I'd stay late at night. I thought, I can't work any harder. Working harder must not be the answer. The first thing I had to do, I had to pull my head out of my problems. Who knows what I'm talking about? You didn't think problems, did you? I had to get my identity settled, and so do you. I had to decide who I wanted to be, and so do you. I decided that day, I'm not my past, I'm not my mistakes, I'm created by God for greatness, and I carry divine resilience in my DNA, and you do too. You carry divine resilience in your DNA. I want you to turn to your neighbor and say, you carry divine resilience. Say it. You carry divine resilience. I want you to say this out loud with me. I am not what happened to me. Say it. I am who I choose to be. I am designed for greatness. Okay, that was good practice. Now, I got to assure you of something. Your past didn't hear you. Your subconscious mind didn't hear that crap. You didn't say it loud enough. We're going to do this one more time. I want your nervous system to hear it. I want your past to hear it. I want your future self to hear it. You're going to say it right in a row. Don't stop. Just say it out loud. Here we go. I am not what happened to me. And that's what I'm talking about, my brother. I want it to echo. Listen, when this happens, you will not have to pretend confidence. You will embody confidence. Can we get honest? You want to get honest? Have you ever asked yourself this? Why do I keep falling back into the same patterns? Why do I make money and then lose it? Why do I start strong and then sabotage the breakthrough? Why do I hustle and grind and I still don't feel like I'm moving? You're not stuck because you don't know what to do. You're stuck because of what you don't believe is possible for you. I want to show you something. If you want different results in your life, how many of you want different results in your life? You're here because you want different results in your life. Let me see your hands. Put them back up. I'm going to give you the 4 layers of results. Here's how this happens. It starts with belief. What you really believe is true about you and what you really believe is possible for you. This is where your identity lives. Lives in your belief. This is programmed, usually early in life, in your childhood, and it now resides in the subterranean, subconscious mind. It's not even a conscious thought, but you have subconscious beliefs about who you are and what you're capable of, and because of those beliefs, you will have emotions. It's like, why do I get so mad at that? Because it's something you believe. Why am I so afraid of that? Because it's something you believe. Why am I so confident? Because it's something you believe. Why am I so anxious? Because it's something you believe. Your beliefs give rise to your emotions, and your emotions dictate your actions. What you do because of the way you feel. Why are you avoiding what you know you're supposed to do? Because you're afraid of failure, embarrassment, judgment. It's an emotion of fear that's stopping the action that you need to take. Why am I so aggressive? Because of the emotion of frustration or anger that's in your life. See, it's your beliefs that'll trigger emotion, that'll trigger action, and it's your actions that give you your results. You know that. There are actions that will give you results. You want results in your income, you want results in your relationships, you want results in your health. Here's what you do. You back that train up. If I want different results, I'm going to have different actions. But it seems like I just can't do the right actions consistently enough. It's because you have a deeper problem. You got to get in touch with your emotions. What do you feel that's interrupting the flow of your action? And how do I fix that? You got to get back to what do you believe about you? And what do you believe you are capable of? Give an example. Let's talk sales. Low results, it's usually not an effort problem. It's a belief problem. I don't want to be too pushy. And so you shut the conversation down 1 inch from the goal line. Well, I don't know. You know, they may not like, they may not need, they may not. And you don't even take the appointment. Your actions are affected by what you feel. And what you feel is affected by what you believe. How about money? I don't know. People judge me. People think I'm uppity. People like me don't have money. I said it before. You'll never outperform your identity. Say this. I will never outperform my identity. Let's say that together. I will never outperform my identity. So I better. It's an open book test. Right here. Let's say it. I will never outperform my identity. So I better. And my identity is. This is all about the power of reprogramming the beliefs about who you are. It's all about your identity. Here's what programming looks like. I grew up being told, don't show your success. Don't let other people see your money. We would buy a new car. We would hide the car in our garage, and my dad would drive our old car in town. We'd only take the new car out of town because Dad said people would judge us. See, my mom and dad were in the church world. They were church leaders. And I was taught as a kid that it's more holy to be poor. And I was taught that people who had money had to do shady things to get their money. And that made me believe that money was bad and something to be ashamed of and something to be hidden. And so when I made money, my old program was already there. Installed from my childhood. It was just spinning subconsciously until I had money. And then it spoke up and it said, remember, money is bad. And you have money, you must be. It's logic. You must be. I must be shady. I shouldn't feel good about this. This isn't spiritual. Listen to me. Beliefs imprint inside you, and then they define you. Those moments, getting all those money messages installed in me when I was a little kid, those moments become your beliefs, and your beliefs become your limits. But listen to me, those beliefs don't come from the truth. You can believe something and not be true. Do you know this? How many of you know this, that you can believe something that's not true? Are you so tired you cannot raise your hand? How many of you know you can believe something that is not true? It's exactly right. Those beliefs didn't come from truth. Those beliefs came from programming. And so many of you are operating from beliefs that were installed in you by hurt, wounded, insecure people, very often your parents. And you've carried them, and they've been your code, and they have been your blockade all your life. And they're not even true. You'll never amount to anything. That's not true. You're just like your sister. That's not true. You see what I'm talking about? Who's following me? You can change your beliefs. This is just mind science. Neuroplasticity teaches us that the mind is elastic. It can shape, it can morph, and you can create new thoughts and new pathways upon which those thoughts can travel. And to succeed in your business, in your relationships, in your life, you have to change this programming. Because what you want can't land in a body that's bracing for disappointment. That's worth the price of admission. Right there. I want it. But then old crap programming says, no, but I probably can't have it. I want it. And then crap programming says, well, I probably won't keep it. I want it. But bad things might happen to me if I get it. And the whole time you want, there's a part of the narrative that is prepping you to be disappointed. And you've been disappointed all your life. Now hear me, I'm going to say this gently, because you've been calling in disappointment. You've been told it's coming, and so the only thing you can see are the disappointments that are coming. You have to learn to expect without expecting disappointment. This is why goal settings usually don't work well. This is why vision boards are just so much background noise. This is why just trying harder leaves you frustrated. Your dream life requires you to reprogram at the belief level who you are and what you believe you are capable of achieving. This is where most people get stuck. They believe in the dream. Oh man, I love that dream. Oh man, I love that house. Oh man, I'd love that lifestyle. Oh man, I'd like that kind of influence. Oh man, I'd like to make that kind of contribution in the world. And while they believe the dream, their body doesn't believe it's safe. Their soul doesn't believe it's possible. Their nervous system is still in protection mode. I'm going to give you a couple of ideas to change that. Who'd like a couple ideas to change that? Just going to give you a couple, then we're going to be done. You still hanging in with me? Yeah. Now, don't quit on me now. Don't quit on me now. If you fall asleep, I'm going to come sit next to you. I'm going to kiss you right on the mouth. All right? Number one, taste the steak. Taste the steak. You want to change your programming? What does taste the steak mean? It means giving your body, your senses, and your subconscious mind small taste, small bites of the life you want. A couple years ago, Karen and I were in Europe and spent a good amount of time in Paris, and we sat on the balcony every morning, and we had a view of the Eiffel Tower, and I wrote my second book there. We're sipping espresso, we're soaking in the beauty, and I remember saying to Karen, let's make this our normal. Let's make this our normal. You know, we have 100 reasons why we can't do something. Wrong thing. What do we need to do to make this our normal? Now, we knew we weren't ready to do everything we wanted to do. We knew we weren't ready to do everything that we will one day do. But you know what we did do? We started taking small bites of the steak. Small taste of the life we wanted. Small taste of the life we wanted in a big way. We wanted that life in a big way, but we couldn't have the big life all at once. But what we could have were small bites of the big life. Does this make sense to you? Yes or no? Yes. When your senses experience the future in advance, your five senses, you taste it, you see it, you hear it, right? You touch it. When you have your senses experiencing the future you want, small bites, your subconscious mind starts believing that it's possible. Your subconscious mind, that old programming starts to get challenged. You used to think, well, that's me. That's who I am. That's what I'm capable of. And it limited you. It's kept you stuck all your life. But when you start having small bites of the steak, now there's this challenging counter message. There's new programming that's being inserted into the code. You have a new identity that's starting to show up in you, and you start to believe, ooh, this taste might be me. This experience might be me. This level of life might be me. Does this make sense to you? Yes or no? Maybe you cannot afford the dream car right now because you don't think you have what it takes to get it. Or people like you can't have it. Or it's wrong to have a car like that. All that crap programming. And if you want to begin to rewire that, you go test drive that car. Taste the steak. Smell that leather. Feel that wheel. Rev that engine. Who knows what I'm talking about? This is what you do. Maybe you can't afford the house that you know one day could be yours. But crap programming says, probably not. You want to taste that steak? You take walks through your dream neighborhood. You go to open houses in the kind of house that you will buy. Maybe you can't afford a full night in a luxury hotel like you want to. You know what you can do? Put on your best clothes, go in the lobby, order a cup of coffee, sit there, and just tell yourself, I'm tasting the steak. I'm tasting the steak. You know why this is important? It's neuroscience. Proximity rewires identity. You get in proximity to your dream. You take a bite. You get in proximity to the people. You get in proximity to the future that you desire. You find people who are examples of who you want to be and what you want to do, and get your butt around them. Find the people. Like, if you want to be a man or woman of great faith, get around people who have great faith. You want to be a great parent. Hang out with great parents. You want to be a person of integrity while earning 7 figures. Then get around a person of integrity who already earns 7 figures. You just believe differently about yourself in places like that, around people like that. You feel differently when the steak goes in your mouth. You'll see your potential differently when you take a bite of that life. You will aspire differently than you ever have before. And your mind will begin to change from, well, that belongs to other people, and it will start saying, I belong here. This is me. I want you to say those words. I belong here. This is me. This is me. This is me. You're going to get out your calendars right now. If you've got your calendar, you can write it on your note page. You're going to have an activation of this right now. I want you to pick a date in the next 30 days, and you're going to write down Taste the Steak Day. Taste the Steak Day. Write it down. I want to see you write it. Put it in your phone. 30 days from now. In the next 30 days, pick one day and call it Taste the Steak Day. And on that day, you're going to take a small bite of the future you want. You're going to test drive the car that day. You're going to walk in the store that you know, I just probably shouldn't shop there, just ridiculous prices. But you've always wanted to. You're going to try on those clothes, and you're going to leave them in the dressing room and walk out like a boss. That's what you're going to do that day. You're going to go to the open house. You're going to spend a day volunteering at the nonprofit that you know one day you are going to buy a building for and donate it to them. You're going to go to the restaurant that you want to eat at all the time, and you're going to get an appetizer, and you're going to sit there with everybody else because you belong there. This is you. You want to start changing your programming? Taste the steak. Say it with me. Taste the steak. Here's the second thing. Visualize and embody the future you every day. Every morning ask yourself every morning, what would next level me do? And you're going to walk through your day as the version of you 2 years from now. In your imagination, Before you ever get out of bed, you're going to ask, what would future me do? If I had achieved, what would future me do? You're going to feel it, you're going to see it, you're going to say it. You are going to mentally rehearse your future life, because the brain doesn't know the difference between real and emotionally imagined. Your mind will believe that this is you, and it will begin to imprint and reprogram around this new emerging identity. There's something powerful when you begin to walk like your future self. Fake it till you make it. That's not what I'm talking about. You're not faking. You are reprogramming. So as you're laying there in bed, before you get out of bed, you're thinking through future me, 2 years from now. What does that person look like? What does that person walk like? What does that person speak like? How does that person feel about themselves? How would they show up on the sales calls I have today? And you visualize it like a movie. And it's all before you get out of bed. You just walk through the day in your imagination. Live that day in imagination with high detail and deep emotion, as if you were already the person that you are becoming. This will rewire your identity, your choices, your energy, and it will attract the life that you're seeing. Why? Because transformation happens when you live your new identity. I used to do this in places where I would public speak a lot, and I would say, how many of you here are terrified of public speaking? And just a ton of hands would go up, like terrified of public speaking. So if I asked you to walk up here right now, you'd be terrified of walking up here right now. But if I said, here's your whole speech, I'm going to ask you to come up here, this is going to be your whole speech. I belong on this stage. That's all you have to say. It's your whole speech. I belong on this stage. How many of you terrified of public speaking, but secretly, you've never told anybody, secretly you want to be a public speaker? And a couple of hands would stay up. I'd pick one person, and they'd come walking up, and they know their whole speech is, I belong on this stage. I belong. That's all they have to say. They can sit back down. And they come up here, and then they'll say, I belong on this stage. And people hoop and holler and clap. Then they go sit back down, and I would ask, what's missing? What was missing in that? Nobody would know. The way they walked up. Because they walked up as somebody who'd never done it. They'd walk up as somebody who'd never tasted that steak. They'd walk up a little tentative and insecure. You just kind of see them walking up, and nervous laughter. People, I belong on this stage. Then they'd sit back down. And so you're going to do this again. But before you do, close your eyes. And imagine that just yesterday you spoke to 1,000 people and you got a standing ovation. That what you had to say contributed to lives, and lives were changed because of you. Close your eyes and see that 1,000 people standing, applauding what you shared. And now walk back up here and say, I belong on this stage. And I'm telling you, the energy shift, that's what I mean when I say step into your new identity. You have to see it for yourself, say it about yourself, step as if it is yourself, and you will become that person. Now, I'm going to take you through an experience now, and I actually have prayed about this today, that it would change somebody's life in this room, and it just might be yours. This is called future self visualization. This is the moment where you meet the person you were designed to be. So if you're willing, I'm not going to get weird, but if you're willing, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes. If you're going to participate, close your eyes. And I want you to allow just the thoughts of this day just to fade for a minute. And take a deep breath in and just slowly exhale. While you do that, let your shoulders drop. I want you to feel your feet rooted to the ground. I want you to just feel the quiet of this moment. One more breath in. Just exhale. You're safe. You're ready. Now I want you to imagine this. It's 2 years from today, 2027. And everything has changed because you did the work. You rewired the beliefs. You broke generational patterns. You showed up when no one was watching. You became consistent with your values, your faith, your vision. You silenced old voices that tried to stop you. And now it's 2 years from now. And in your imagination, use your imagination here. Engage your mind. You've just woken up in the morning in your new life. And look around. What are you waking up to? What do you see out your window? What do the sheets feel like beneath your skin? What city are you living in? What do you smell? Let your imagination do this. Don't judge yourself. Give free rein to your imagination. You get out of bed and you walk through this space of where you'll be living 2 years from now. This is your home. This is the one you co-created with God. And you walk into your kitchen. Is there music playing softly? You smell coffee being made? And you open the door to the outside, and what do you see? A garden, a beach, the mountains. Wherever you are, I want you to engage right now, and I want you to tap into your emotions. And I want you to feel these words I'm going to speak. I want you to feel this. I belong here. In your imagination, look at what you're seeing. Think about how you're feeling when I say, I belong here. Notice how you carry yourself 2 years from now. Your spine is tall. Your shoulders are relaxed. You're not pretending. You're grateful. You're powerful. You are finally fully you. I need you to feel that energy. Really dig in and use your mind to see this. And you're wealthy, not just in dollars, but in contribution, in legacy. You bless people when you show up. I want you to feel this in your chest. Can you feel this joy and gratitude in your chest? Can you feel it in your stomach? I want you to move through this vision because somebody now has stepped up beside you. Use your imagination for this, and they're standing just a few feet away. And what you realize is you're actually looking at your future self. Look at the way they stand. Look at the way they hold space. And you feel peace coming from them. And they lock their eyes with yours. And there's no shame, there's no fear. Just go ahead. In your imagination, just take it in. You looking at you 2 years from now. How are they breathing? How relaxed and confident are they? And they're looking at you as if you're the most important person in the world to them, because you are. You're the one who got them here. And now they speak, and their voice sounds just like yours. And they say to you, thank you. I want you to imagine that moment. Future you looking at you, saying thank you. Thank you for not quitting. Thank you for working through the struggle. Thank you for believing in a future you couldn't yet see. Thank you for breaking the chains. Listen to your future self say, I'm only here because you did the work. You chose faith over fear, vision over excuses. Let that settle into your chest. Maybe melt your armor. And your future self doesn't stop there. They smile, and then they step towards you. And you realize they're not here to cheer you on from a distance. They're actually here to merge with you. They're here to take over. In this moment, I want you to feel what it feels like to let them integrate. You open your arms and they step into you like an electric surge, and it's running in your bloodstream. It's like heaven pressing into earth. Every locked door suddenly is open. Confidence is pouring into you. Their clarity is filling your mind. Their faith is seeping into your cells, and you feel whole. There's no separation now between you and future you. You are the person you saw. And you're going to walk out of this room today as your future self. I want that version of you to root deeply into your nervous system. And I want you to whisper this right now. I want you to whisper, I am that person. Let me hear the whisper. I am that person. Say it again. I am that person. One more time. I am that person. And now slowly just open your eyes. See, future you is not a dream. It's your next chapter. It's your next chapter. How many of you are ready to live your next chapter? Now let me speak to those who are ready, not someday, not next quarter, but right now. If you're ready to live as the person that God created you to be, if you want to keep this momentum going, if you want structure and coaching and community to build your identity and your wealth and your faith and your future, I have a couple things for you. First of all, my story. Bounce back, bounce better. It's the story behind everything you heard today and a framework for rising stronger than ever before. You can grab a copy at the table if you want to just save on shipping, or you could use the QR code and it'll be shipped to you. But for those of you who want more than a book, who want me to walk on this journey with you, I want to introduce you to Fresh Start. It's not a class, it's not just content, it's a movement. This is a private paid membership that my wife and I lead, and it includes monthly master classes rooted in faith and mindset and neuroscience. It's group coaching every week for a year. It's a community of purpose-driven professionals who are in midlife. It's tools to rewire your subconscious patterns. It's activations to build wealth and confidence and purpose and emotional strength. It's support to walk in your highest and best God-given potential. If you've ever said, I feel like there's more for me, Fresh Start is where you build it. There's a spot in our community with your name on it. You might want to grab a screenshot of that. There's a room of people who will believe in you. There is a path forward for you. And right now we're offering 40% off. All the transformation, all the tools, all the support, usually about $1,000 a year. Today, 40% less than that, $597. Here's what I want you to do right now is grab that screenshot, or my wife and I will be at the table afterwards. You can talk. We'll talk about it with you. Listen, I know Paul believes this, and I know I believe this, that we want you to leave today differently than you walked in, because you now know you were never ordinary. You were always an image bearer of God. You are not broken, and you are not too late. You're right on time, and you are not stuck. You, my friends, are unstoppable. Now go live like it. God bless you.